Hello, dear audience, and mostly the Bangladeshi students who are willing to study in Australia. So, we have come up with a wonderful opportunity and information session from a representative uh, on behalf of AIBI, Australian Institute of Business and Intelligence. And let me introduce our honorable guest today with all of you, and then he'll go ahead with all his information that he has to share with us. Our guest is Paul Kong, Associate Dean and Program Coordinator, PIB. He is a PhD candidate in International Business at the University of Sydney and the Masters of Business Administration from Golden Gate University, USA. And he has a Bachelor of Business Administration from the University of Toledo. Did I pronounce it right,
That's
Paul?
correct, Toledo.
Yes. So over to you, Paul. I would want you to give us a little introduction about AIBI. So over to you.
Yeah, sure. What AIBI is stand for Australian Institute of Business Intelligence. Most people ask me, what is the business intelligence is about? Um, Usually I explain it this way. If you think about today business, it's all about data. So data is important. I guess most of you know about Facebook. You guys are on the Facebook live right now. Facebook is not just a social media company, but they are a data company, the company that collecting data. So it's very important that we understand what it is about that business are looking for data people. So in terms of Australian Institute of Business Intelligence, we actually incorporate some subjects or units into most of our curriculum that you're going to understand a little bit about data. That's why we here as an institute, we try very hard to catch up with the industry, how the industry progress and how the business progress. So students who learn from us will learn about the most current business intelligence. And this is what AIBI stands for.
Hmm. Pretty interesting. Like I was wondering, what's the connection between business and intelligence? So now it's pretty clear. And okay, since we were talking about Chat GPT, it was quite related. My next question
Oh,
to you,
yes, certainly.
I would want you to just highlight on Chat GPT a little bit just to relate it more to the intelligence. So my next question to you, Paul, is how AIBI stands out from other institutes in Australia?
What we actually, our strategy is to have a student-centric perspective at AIBI. We actually help each student individually, one-on-one. We help them when they arrive to our country, Australia, or even to Sydney now. Now we have another Melbourne campus. So uh, there will be interview and we get to know them one-on-one, and we treat each student, it is a student, it is not a commodity. We make sure that the students settle well, and we make sure that they understand what the courses that they enroll in, especially in our orientation. Every single trimester we improvise our orientation process, so to make sure that the student understand studying in Australia has its own standard. And throughout the orientation process, they gonna sit in for at least 4 modules of understanding the Australian education system. So we call that foundation year seminar. So we're gonna be giving that to students for free, means that you don't have to pay for it. You're going to be enrolling in foundation year seminar, and you're going to be sitting with the expert to understand and settle down in this
Oh,
new country and new education system. I
uh-huh.
believe any student from around the world, when they come into a new country, they have to get themselves adjust in many ways. your
Right.
living place, your conditions, and your workplace, and even in your education. That's important. There's a
Pretty.
difference between AIBI and other
Mhm.
providers.
Thank
Yeah.
you. This is very necessary, actually, a formal orientation about life there and about the courses and a different setup of the Australian Institute. It's really effective and it helps students to settle down properly. So since we are talking about the courses and the settling down at in Australia, my next question will follow. My next question is about the available courses at AIBI for international students. What are the most the courses in demand for international students? The most demanding courses.
Sure. At AIBI today, we have three bachelor. The first one is Bachelor of Enterprise Management System. Second one is Bachelor of we just got approved is Bachelor of Cybersecurity, which is one of the hot bachelor that we have because in today's world it's all about cybersecurity. I mean, we are connecting to internet all the time, and we have to be aware that there are a lot of scammer out there. So these three bachelors are the courses that we offer to students, and each of them has its own benefits. And of course, to understand a little bit more, we can jump in to different bachelor by different experts. But today, I will talk a little bit more about Bachelor of International Business because that is my expertise.
Okay. All right. Fine. So what benefits will AIBI provide to international students other than whatever you've mentioned so far? So you can talk up or put a little light on the on your subject, uh, business intelligence.
For example, in terms of Bachelor of Business, International Business, what we offer here at AIBI, it is to understand a little bit more on the theoretical and the practical side of international business. Let me share a slide so
Okay,
you can actually
sure.
take a look at. So it will, everyone, I hope everyone gonna see this slide. Okay, here you go. Sharing. All right. Why
Yes.
study Bachelor of International
Can you make
Business,
it full
BIB?
screen?
That's what,
Yes.
yeah, full
Yeah.
screen.
Now we can see it.
So this, yeah, businesses are increasingly conducted in a global scale. Therefore, it's important to have understanding of international business. Like me and you, and also Rokhsana, we are able to connect it just now, right here. I'm from Australia, Sydney, and because we have the portal of Zoom,
Right.
and this is how the connectedness of business going forward at this moment in time. We're talking about very fast, very speedy. Businesses has been going global very fast. Means that even your business, Roxana, you are going global right now because you are
Absolutely.
actually connecting to stakeholder across the world. So apart from that, growing of businesses is so speedy that we have to understand why do you study international business? So you have to understand the theory and the concept behind international business. If you have the basic foundations of what business of international business is about, then you are able to drill in to understand what are the gaps and what are not the gaps when you launch your own business. The gaps means that someone haven't been doing it, you might be doing it. For example, 20 years ago, Facebook wasn't exist,
Mhm.
but they exist now and they are billion dollars, trillion dollars company. How is that happening? Same thing as Amazon, same thing as Uber. And those businesses can go global because they found a gap in the international business, isn't it? So if you study this theoretical gap and the concept, And the way you market your business, international marketing, financing, and the law and the human resource and all sort of, you are able to target your business to the right audience. That is what
Okay.
you're going to be studying about. This is an example that you're learning as a student. So, for example, I'm going to quickly go through this, just a conventional OLI theory. Used to be when company go abroad, they look at the ownership advantage, the location advantage, and the internalization advantage. People choose location. Where am I going to locate my product to New York, to Los Angeles, to California, to America, or to different places. So people choose that. Nowadays, people do not choose that. Why? Because you have internet, you have all the streaming power to actually blanket out the whole global world, isn't it? So it's important to know that the new theory is not work. The old theory will not be working now. So if you look at Airbnb, is one of the largest uh, sharing, like the home sharing or hotel sharing kind of portal, which grew to $77 billion in just 14 years. Compared to Marriott, which is a 65 years company, they only $50 billion in market capital. So Airbnb can actually surpass Marriott in just a matter of time. It's go very fast. And another example is Uber. If you know Uber, I'm not sure whether they have Uber in Bangladesh. I can't hear you, Rokhsana.
Yes, we have Uber in our country as well.
Yes, you have Uber. Think about Uber. In 8 years, it reached $50 billion in market capital
Mhm.
and grow to 72 countries in 10,000 cities. Rokhsana, would you like your business to grow like that?
Absolutely. We all
Absolutely.
do.
That's why you have to study international business. You're gonna be my student, Rokhsana. All right?
Oh, I would love to. I would love to if I have option.
Yeah, we're gonna give you scholarship when you come here.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. I would definitely, I'm taking it seriously, Paul. Just don't forget what you've just said.
Oh, yeah, you take me for it, and it's recorded, right?
It is being recorded, right?
Oh my God, I'm in trouble. I have to speak to my dean about that. All right, let's
Okay.
go on. Apart from joking, it is true that all these company go on so fast, and it is the speed of lightning, and you're not gonna know. You're not gonna. By the time your children grow up, Roxana, or anyone that they are in a teenage now, in 5 more years, your new company will come out, and
Right.
that you're not gonna know, and they're gonna fill up the gaps.
Hmm.
Where are the gaps? You have to study the theory, you have to study international business to identify there are many gaps to be filled, and it will be there. It will be there, certainly. So, what are the advantages? Open resource advantages. For example, we're studying about who the sharing of resources. For example, if you know the car Tesla, have you heard about the Tesla
Yes.
car? Yes, it's an electric car, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know how generous they are. They actually share their design
Location.
of the car.
Okay. All right. Yes.
They yeah, about open resource. They actually share their resources, their
Hmm.
design of their car and the parts, and all those patented things used to be company want to actually keep it as a secret, isn't it? When you have a patent, you keep it as a secret. But Tesla, on the other hand, is not. They actually share it to everyone. You
Hmm.
want to know the design, how to design my car, go to this particular portal, you can find it. This is called open resources. Like Wikipedia. Wikipedia is an open source of
Right.
knowledge, isn't it? Yeah, you used to be, you have to buy a dictionary. You don't have to now. You just go on and you find those knowledge over there, and it's open to everyone.
Hmm.
So now in a digital globalization, things are being open resources. you can download a lot of things from your apps or from your iPhone or from your computer. Linkages advantage is, on the other hand, is to link people together. And integration advantage is you can integrate different um, software or if different apps to use for growing of your businesses. And those things are all the digital globalization things. So it's important that why do we study Bachelor of International Business? Because
Mm-hmm.
we have to actually understand all these things, the advantage that the changing of the world. All
Okay,
right. And
pretty
can
interesting.
you want to any other questions that you have,
Yeah,
Roxana?
I have another question that's quite related. I was wondering about, I was just trying to help the Bangladeshi, the BD students who will be willing to study in Australia, or specifically at AIBI. So for them, what is the prospect, career prospect, and uh, the standard of life for the international students uh, at AIBI? So
Sure.
I'm more interested to know about the career prospect so that what is the after years like if they study from AIBI international business, then what is their prospect uh, for their career exposure for their future career and
Sure.
yeah.
What AIBI, apart from just coming here to study, we will try to incorporate linking for our student to the industry. One of the subject that we have is capstone unit. We also want to have the student to experience industry, working in the industry, that they can bring in some practical experience for themselves.
That's sort of internship, right?
Just sort of, but we
The
didn't call
capstone,
it
the
an
practical
internship.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that is on the third year of the study.
Okay.
But before that, well, I'm more interested in talking about the student who come in to study. At the meantime, they also have to pay their rent, they have to survive, they
Right.
have to buy food and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to be working on? So in here, in this country, they allow the student to work for 20 hours per week in terms of uh, as a student.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the law already changed. It used to be 40, but I think this coming month, they're going to change it back to 20 hours per
Mm-hmm.
week. But 20 hours a week is actually quite good. They're enough for you to actually support yourself in many ways, pay your tuitions, also to have a lifestyle that you could have food and also to a place to rent. In terms of career prospect, during this time, you can look for some opportunity to work at an industry or places that relate to what you study. For example, I have a very good example, a student who are study at Bachelor of Enterprise Management System are able to find a job as a cybersecurity analyst in one of the
Okay.
company through our
Reference
organizations. Yeah,
organization.
it is
Okay.
it's a reference that we can refer them to. So our
Mhm.
organization AIBI have different linkage to the industry,
Do you organize
and
any
this will
sort of
help.
job fair for the students, like in campus spot? Uh, what should I say? It appointment, spot appointment. Like in Bangladesh, for most of the Bangladeshi universities, they regularly arrange
Yep,
for the graduating students the job fair. So some other
yep,
organizations come and then pick the talent from the universities. So do you have any sort of facility?
sure. Yeah, we are actually planning to have that, especially there's a discussion in with the marketing team and all sort of to have that kind of provision to the student. And I grew up from that, and I got my first job from that. I believe that it works very
Oh,
well, and
that's nice.
I believe that it works very well. So as far as the AIBI is a fairly new education provider,
Mhm.
and we are still on the process of making that happening. Yeah,
Okay,
and we
that would
believe
be a great
now
opportunity
we
for the
are
students
even.
to attract the international students more.
That's right. Now we using more like a human relation perspective, looking at introduce one by one
Mhm.
student to different provider for them to actually whoever looking for people, we can
Mhm.
introduce that student, especially student who are quite active in looking for a job, and then they talk to us. If we can connect them, we will connect them, and we
Mhm.
successfully done it. Yeah.
Okay, so do you offer only the undergrad courses or also the uh, master's
At the
courses?
yep, at the meantime, we only offer the undergrad courses, three of
Okay.
them, and we are working on offering a postgrad, hopefully by next year.
Oh, and no more diploma opportunities, no diplomas
Yes,
for professional diploma?
we have diploma as well. Diploma is run by ACBI, which is
Okay.
Australian College of Business Intelligence,
Oh,
which is
okay.
one of our company as well,
Mhm.
and that will be ACBI. You can find them in
ACBI.
the internet. Yes,
Okay, okay.
ACBI,
So
Australian
since
College of Business
Aus-
Intelligence.
organizations such as World Bank,
And we have more than 10, about 12 to 13 diploma courses
that's great
in there.
for international
Yep.
students.
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
Yes,
So
send us
see,
some
I still
student,
have
Rokhsana.
chance. I can come.
Yes,
Even if I have a master's, I can still come for studying international business since I'm quite
yes.
quite interested in it at the moment. I'm truly speaking. Okay, so since we are talking about the career prospects and the lifestyle there, I would definitely ask about the weather in Australia, specifically Sydney, Melbourne campus, and you have two campuses, right? One in Sydney, one in
Yes.
Melbourne. So
One in Sydney, one in Melbourne. The weather here, Sydney is just the most beautiful city I ever live in. I live in Perth before. It's also very beautiful.
of course.
Perth has a more drier weather, hotter
Mhm,
weather, but
mhm.
Sydney weather, it is actually better than Perth. That's my opinion. At the moment, we are at about 18 Celsius. We are in the
Oh,
winter in the daytime. In
okay.
the nighttime, we can drop down to about 8 Celsius. Yeah, in the nighttime, it's quite cold.
Mhm.
So the weather here is beautiful. We rarely have rain nowadays. We used to
Oh,
have a
wow.
lot of rain.
So how
Yeah.
many seasons are there
So
now? Six seasons or
there are
four
four
seasons?
season, four
Okay.
season. Yeah, four season. And I know that Bangladesh is more like a tropical. Is that
Yeah,
right? Yes,
yeah.
very similar to Malaysia, where I come
Malaysia.
from.
Hmm.
Yes, very similar.
Malaysia
So
is also beautiful, right, Com?
yes, very beautiful
Hmm.
weather and it's excellent. I like it. But it's a little bit humid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bangladesh
it
is
is
also a
humidity
lot
is very
humid.
high.
Bangladesh
Yes,
is a lot
humidity is very
humid.
high.
Yeah.
You want to take shower every hours.
True. Very true.
Yeah,
Okay, my
yes,
next
yeah.
question. Another information that I'm interested to know is about the upcoming intake for international students. So, when are you planning to take students next? This month, next month, September?
All right,
When? Upcoming intake.
good. The upcoming intake, we are on term two right now. Term two, and we just started, and the term two started is week two now. And term two gonna end in August 20th. The
Okay.
upcoming intake will be in September 11th. So
September
I'm
11th,
hoping to see a lot of Bangladeshi student coming in September
hopefully.
11th.
I
Yes,
hope
and
so too.
we are ready for that. You know why? Because we hiring student support officer. We had a new student support officer has been working with us for 2 months. It's from Bangladesh.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
and his name is Sharif. He is
sure.
waiting for Bangladeshi student to come, and I want every Bangladeshi student to come because Sharif
So I
is
would
waiting
love
for
to get
them.
his detail or contact information.
Certainly,
Can
Sharif, I will send his contact detail to you and talk to him. He is amazing guy. Yep. He will
okay,
be
please
helping all
just
the
email
Bangladeshi
me his
students.
detail. We have a question from our participants online, and you
Yeah.
can find the question in the chat box. It's HSC science background. So if a student has a student from science background from higher secondary level, can he study in BIB? That's the question. So,
Yes, there's no prerequisites or any other requirement what
mhm.
background you're coming from. As long as you are able to show us your PTE or IELTS test, that will be important. And
Okay.
then from there on, we're going to assess from there.
So what's the minimum score that you accept for IELTS or PTE?
Um, for PTE, that's the questions to the admission because I'm not in the expertise of that. I think PTE is 5.5.
Hmm.
And for IELTS, I have to look it
PTE,
up as
IELTS
well.
5.5. I guess PTE would be
Oh,
like
IELTS is 5.
65 and it's out of 90.
Yeah, I told you I'm not the expert of the admission. I leave it to
Okay.
the admission on that. I think my website, if you go to the website, you're gonna
Mhm.
see all those informations in there.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting.
So we'll be sharing the website detail and all the information links with the live so we can so that our students can have a review of all these things. And if Paul, if a student has masters, then how if he has study gap, for example, if it's me, I have completed my second masters back in 2016 or 17. So is there any chance for these sort of students who has a long study gap and they've been in jobs, they've been in profession for a long time, so is there any opportunity for study at AIBI?
Yes, that is not an issue at all. If you remember, just about 10 minutes ago, I talked about the foundation year seminar. So
Right.
the foundation year seminar is a program that we are able to offer to students who come from all across of different background. So even though you have study gaps, maybe 5 years, 10 years, you haven't studied in a tertiary environment, even up to 15, 20 years, you are able to sit in the seminar and understand how it works. And we have a very good staff member here to provide you those guidance to
That's
understand it.
great. So do you
So that
conduct the
that will fill
seminars
the gap.
online? Is it a virtual
We
seminar,
do
free seminar,
we
or anybody can join?
no, the foundation year seminar is all for student.
If
Yeah,
admitted
it's
students,
all for
all right.
student.
Mhm.
Yes.
Got it.
And it is actually to prepare them to understand the tertiary study and the requirements and
Okay,
all
that's
that,
great.
and
That's great.
also understand about the cultural issues here in
Excellent.
Australia.
Mhm.
Yeah, and all that.
Okay, so we have a few more related questions. If you allow, I
Yeah,
can mention them. A student
sure.
asked
Also, the I got the IELTS is
5.
6.0 and the PTE is 52.
Oh, PTE 52 and IELTS 6, not much. But if you have a higher
Yes,
score, you have more chance to get a visa, maybe.
that's
That's a
right.
different
Yeah.
topic. Yeah.
Yes.
The more you have, the better, the safer you are in a chance to get admission and the visa as well. So this is a pretty common sense.
Yep.
Okay. The question is there any English language course service like for the students who are not getting the expected score in IELTS or PTE? So is there any foundation English course prior to the
Yes,
academic?
we co-partner with couple of English courses provider, and we can do that. Yeah,
Is
that's
that
not a
your
problem at all.
university-based English course providers or you just outsource them?
It is our outsource.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. But
yeah,
there's
we
the
can
option,
actually
like
have that.
if a student
There
do
are
not get in the
options on that.
expected score in IELTS or the English proficiency test, they can still get the admission, and after the basic courses, foundation courses, they can start their studies, right?
Sure, sure,
Okay,
yes.
fine. And the GED pass students, GED, the students who pass GED, can they apply it for BIB in AIBI?
I would like to pass this actually to the people who taking care of that. Is more like admission questions, because I can't answer that specifically.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
it's fine
yeah.
if you can,
So
if you just,
if we can hold on to that questions,
yes.
then we check with the admission, and the admission can actually answer that specifically.
Okay, so I don't
Thank you.
think we can connect the admissions, can we?
Yeah.
No?
At the moment, I am not sure at the moment. Yeah, but we can hop on to another questions now at the
Yes,
moment.
fine. And if it's possible, you can connect us with the admission department, and we can come on another live maybe
Yes,
to
yes.
discuss these matters about admission related matters more in detail, right?
Yep, that's right.
So about the scholarship opportunities, did you get scholarship?
Yes, we have scholarship opportunity. So our
Okay.
scholarship opportunity here for the offshore student are quite attractive. Well, we offer 30% scholarships to BIB student, and
30,
also
30,
yeah,
30. Oh
30%.
wow,
Yes,
a lot.
scholarship to B. Yep, that's a lot. To BIB student, and also Bachelor of Enterprise Management student, and 20% to Bachelor of Cybersecurity student, and there will be you know the scholarship will be offered until September 2023 intake.
Mhm.
And I would suggest that whoever really interested to apply now, because after the September, we might review that you might not get that 30% anymore.
Okay, okay.
But in this time, you still have about 3 months to go. So
Uh-huh.
apply now, so you may get that scholarship.
So let my students speak in Bangla so that they can understand better about this scholarship. This is a very
Sure, we'll
important
do that.
information. তো স্টুডেন্টদের মধ্যে তোমরা যারা আছো, যেটা পল কং বললো যে তোমাদের স্কলারশিপ যদি তোমরা অ্যাপ্লাই করতে চাও, this is the right time to apply because you have only 3 months in hand, and if you don't apply now, the scholarship percentage of scholarship might differ later after September. So it's important for you to apply now to avail all the scholarships. তোমরা যদি স্কলারশিপ গুলো পেতে চাও, এখনই তোমাদের অ্যাপ্লাই করতে হবে, এন্ড জলদি তোমরা তোমাদের অ্যাপ্লিকেশন নিয়ে চলে আসো ইন্সপো এক্সপার্ট কনসালটেন্সে, এবং আমরা আছি ওদের সাথে সরাসরি সংযুক্ত, এবং এই যে সাবজেক্ট গুলো নিয়ে কথা বলা হচ্ছে, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল বিজনেস এন্ড বিআইবি, these are the hot cakes in the market at the moment, right? So these are the courses mostly in demand now for international market. So you study these courses and you come out you become a seasoned professional and a ready product for the market, and you can explore better career, uh, maybe, of course, not maybe. Another
Of
question.
course, yeah.
Of course, Paul. So sweet of you. It was really nice talking to you, Paul. Okay,
Yeah,
so we have got another question from the students in the chat box. I have
yeah.
completed my SSC, that means secondary school certificate, in 2017. And after that, I have done 4 years diploma in computer science and completed in 2021. Now doing job, can I apply for BIB? Should I repeat the question, Paul?
Yes, you don't have to repeat. I understand that questions. Yes, you have a computer science major. That is not a problem at all, because
That was a
as
diploma,
BIB
4 years diploma.
yes, yeah, for BIB, which is international business, and BAMS, enterprise management, and also cybersecurity. All of us, we do not have such prerequisites of what you
Okay,
study
no restriction as such.
before. No
Okay,
restriction as such.
that's
But you
great.
might be also having maybe a little bit of medic background, mathematic background as well, because you are a computer science major, isn't
Okay.
it? So that is very good. You are actually able to apply for cybersecurity as well, because
That's great.
cybersecurity requires some mathematic background.
Mathematic
So
background people. Okay.
yeah, so actually for all three courses, you'll be fine to apply.
ওকে, তোমরা যারা সাইবার সিকিউরিটির জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করতে চাচ্ছ, কম্পিউটার সায়েন্স ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড আছে, বাট তোমাদের যদি ম্যাথমেটিক ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড থাকে তাহলে তোমাদের চান্সেস বেশি to apply for cyber security specifically. But other subject, international business, you are allowed to apply if you have a computer science background, maybe, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So, and what are the basic now? If I request you to have a overall highlight on the entry requirements, are you the right person to talk about it, or the admission department?
I can't talk about it in depth, but very shallowly I can talk about it. Yeah.
Yes, the entry
But let's say that,
requirements.
yeah. So entry requirement, if you finish, I'm not sure your high school, is it A levels at your place? You call it A levels when you finish the highest level of the high school. Is it A levels?
The high school A level, right?
A levels, right? Yeah, once you finish your school at A levels, you are able to apply with us. So when you apply with us, you're gonna have your secondary school, high school certificates, and
Mhm.
you have to gather all those evidence. And I believe Instro Expert is very good. You can contact them. We are actually engaging them as a representative
Okay.
to work with us together.
Oh,
Anything that you don't understand as a student, please contact Rokhsana from Info Expert, and then they will help you into coordinating all the applications.
definitely.
And yeah,
Okay. And
certainly.
Paul, since we couldn't, uh, come up with details about the admission requirement, can you connect us with the admission department of AIBI or BIB for BIB admission, so that we can have another session with them this week? If you take a little time to connect us to them.
Yeah, certainly. I will have the admission department to actually dive into the specific, and I'll believe that most students from as long as you graduate from the A levels high
Absolutely.
school, you are able to apply. Other
Yes.
than that, you are talking about the PTE, the IELTS, and all that.
Mhm,
PTE at 50,
mhm.
IELTS at what's the score on that? Five, is it six? Yeah. Then you are able to apply for that. And
So
after that, of course,
okay,
it's through a lot of process of the screening process as well.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Paul, how long have you been staying at Sydney in Australia?
So yeah, I have been staying here for 13 years in Australia.
13 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
13 years. Yeah.
Don't you go to your
So
motherland, Malaysia?
yeah, so quite often, yeah,
Uh-huh.
quite often it's very nearby. And one thing about good in Australia is traveling is not far from Asia country. I
Uh-huh.
believe in Bangladesh to here is about 10 hours. Is it right? Flight?
I have
It's not that far.
no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, probably around that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been here for 13 years. And the student lifestyle, let me talk a little bit about what students do. When students enroll with AIBI, we try to minimum their coming to classes every day, because you know why? For them to travel and come to class every day will be a lot of energy needed. So we try to actually schedule their classes to 2 days a week. So they
Mhm.
come to class 2 days a week. Means that let's say each semester they apply for 3 classes for the trimester. So 2 of the classes might be on Monday and another class might be on Tuesday. So then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they free up that time. They can work if they want to. Friday, Saturday, they can work if they want to. So this is a flexibility that we provide at AIBI, so that most classes arrange, we focus on that. They come here to study, they study on that 2 days only, not every day.
Okay, since you've been a student there for a long time and you are a professional, you're teaching and you are a PhD candidate at the moment. So I would love to have your experience, if you would be comfortable to share it with our international students, our Bangladeshi students specifically, because we are planning to send a lot of students to BIB for BIB and AIBI specifically. So, how did you feel as a student? Could you earn your pocket money while studying? And was that easy for you to concentrate in study and then in your, or you had to take help from your parents?
It's a very good question, Roxana. Many years ago, I was a student and I studied in America and I work as well. So at that time, it is not that easy because America has a different laws over there.
Right.
As a student, you can't work, but you only can work in campus. So you work for the university and the pay is very low. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't survive. So you have to depend on parents to send money. But
Okay.
what I was thinking about the student over here in Australia is much more better than in America. I tell you why. Because I live in America for more than 14, 15 years.
Mhm.
Here, the student can work. The government of Australia allowed the student to work 20 hours a week, and their pay is comparable to the local people. So they are not like drop from any
Okay.
other. They are comparable to the local
All
because
right.
the government in Australia has a very good law. They call it award system. If you are able to work, you are at the age of whatever age, working legal age, 14 and a half is a legal age to work over here. So you're gonna be paid through award system, and the award system is as a scale. They
Mm-hmm.
won't discriminate upon
Oh,
you
that's
from
very
where you
nice.
are and who you are.
Mm,
Yep. So you're
excellent.
gonna pay fairly, and most students start from a very minimum pay of a 20, 21, $22 an hour,
Oh, wow.
or Australian dollar
That's
working here.
great.
If
Yes.
yeah, if they can
In
work 20
USA, it's at
hours,
the moment maybe maximum $12, not more than
yes,
that.
that's
Maximum.
right.
Yeah, it
And the
starts from
student,
$8 per hour, so
that's
nothing
right.
actually.
There's nothing much. You
Hmm.
only can work in the campus. You can't work outside the campus. That's why
Right.
in the campus they need labor, but the pay is quite low. And
Mm-hmm.
over here the pay is quite high. It's 20
That's
something dollars
great.
an hour. Most of my students, when I talk to them during the class and I say how's work, and they tell me all the story. Well, if they work hard, if you come to this country, you're not gonna be hungry. You're not gonna have no food because this country accept people who are here to actually work and study. So
Mm-hmm.
the program, the government make this program is to actually invite students to come here. And in education in Australia is one of the second largest industry apart from mining. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
very
That's
large. It's a
great.
$1 trillion market.
So,
Yeah.
is there any post-COVID economic disaster in Australia? Like, what is the post-COVID economic situation there?
Well, it's very volatile, I would say. Yeah. The year after the COVID, which is 2022, which is last year, there's a lot of demand on employment because we don't have student, or most students gone back, and any student who come in actually got work on the first day.
Right.
So it's that how high the demand
That
is.
was a little challenging.
Nowadays, it dropped a little bit because there are
Mhm.
more students come and it dropped a little bit, but still there are jobs available. So
Okay.
things get a little bit expensive as a post-COVID. I think around the world is all the same.
Everywhere it's
Also
same,
because
even in
of the
Bangladesh.
war,
Yes,
yeah, the Ukraine war actually make the petrol and the
absolutely. Yeah.
gas oil prices go up.
Impacted the
Everything
whole
get
world, actually, the Ukraine war.
yeah,
We just
yeah,
can
it's
hope.
impacted the whole world.
Yeah, we just can
And
pray and
yeah, that's what
nothing
we can only do. We need divine intervention. No,
else. Yeah.
nothing else we can do about it. Yeah.
That was really
And so
wonderful, wonderful talking to you, Paul. And
thank you.
it
Wonderful.
doesn't it doesn't seem like we are talking for the first time. So it's been such a friendly personality. I personally appreciate it about you. And you have cordially accepted our invitation just for on one day's notice. So I personally thank you on behalf of my organization, InSpokesPort Consultants Bangladesh, being the head of brand and training. I would love to convey my gratitude to you for your precious time, for your cordial cooperation and answering and all the information that you have shared with us. And hopefully, we'll be connecting again with AIBI, maybe with the admission department through you. Uh, very soon, and hopefully, in Quickport, expect to share more Bengali Bangladeshi students to your institution. So
Sure. Yeah,
that's
and thank you, Rokhsana. Thank you also to invite me and also being our panel and representative of AIBI. I recommend all students who listen now today to contact InSpo expert for any consultation of your education study, and they will be there to help you. They are the professional people who can actually help you to study abroad. Please do contact them.
thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much
much,
for
Paul.
listening.
We'll keep in touch definitely. So that's
Keep
all
in
for
touch. Thank
today.
you.
And thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
can you please also share our AIBI link to most of the students, their
Yes,
websites and all that?
yes, please. You can share, email it, all the links. So we will definitely tag the links of AIBI and all information that we'll be sharing with our live once we are done. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Take care. Bye bye. And in
Take care. Bye
Bangladesh,
bye.
we convey it based on our religious greeting. The religious ending is Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum
Waalaikumsalam.
salam. Oh, great. You know it, right? You're from
Yes,
Malaysia.
I'm
Yeah,
from
I know.
Malaysia. Yes,
Excellent.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank
That
you.
was so
Bye
nice
bye.
talking to you.